welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we go again. Ladies and Gentiles, monkeys and reptiles, boys and girls of all ages that are at least 18 because you need to be 18 to watch our stream, welcome to Homebrew RP's The World of Cairne, episode 4, The Somnambulistic Prophecy. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see you all again. Especially Shun Morikavik is back with us. Thank you.
What's up?
Back safe. Very happy to have him. Well, let's dive right in. When we left off, you guys had delved into the pool beneath the giant skull head of Rokhana, the antecedent mother of all, in the ancient cemetery. And from there, you had delved through the water, managed to navigate a angled sluice pipe or gate up into drier climbs, climbed down a rope where you immediately ran away from gigantic skeletal snakes that were swimming
like
in the tainted water. Yeah, they were a little scary. That's fair. From there, you traversed several rickety old bridges, one of which actually had an ochre jelly underneath of it that you had to dispatch.
Sounds more delicious than it is.
It really does. Although I will say this, the ochre jelly is actually what pushed you guys over the edge to level 2. Everybody's leveled up. Very exciting. From there, they turned the corner after the rickety bridges and grates over the tainted death water and came up a corridor where, of course, listener saw the specter of a disorganized and distracted gentleman who was killed by something because he wasn't paying attention.
Smushed to hell.
He did. His flattened corpse, or skeletal remains, more or less, are still on the floor there. One of our party members found a scrap of parchment on the remains. And I believe that's about where we left off. So, take it away.
Before launching, I suppose we should say to Shun, we had a feeling that really, had you been here, Morikavik would have wanted to take the lead through this dungeon. That feels like a Morikavik thing to do.
No, it's not outside. We're okay.
Not outside? You say it's not my problem anymore.
No, it's I help you outside. You take care of yourself inside, okay? Morikavik watch, make sure nothing come backside.
Problem solved handily then. Okay.
So what's this body look like?
It's crushed, flattened.
That's right.
Remains.
Like Indiana Jones style, like ball rolled down, right?
Yeah, I believe over the course of your investigation, you more or less determined that is what happened, and that is also why the rickety bridge in the previous chamber was broken. The ball rolled all the way through, hit the bridge, and fell through into the death water below, the tainted, murky depths.
I was taking point here, so I'm going to walk patiently around, even though there's no longer an armed trap here. It just doesn't seem right. But,
sheepish grin.
New session, new life. I'll roll you a new investigation for traps.
Oh yeah.
There you are, sir.
So you're searching around the corpse and everything.
This is my walk-in investigation.
Okay. Nothing in the immediate area where you're at right now. And Genesis, what were you about to say? You sound like you're about to say something.
Just that I didn't, I guess everybody already knows that I just randomly, I'm going with the crumbling instead of folding it and handing it to Saoirse like I had planned to. Then the last session, because I didn't recognize that it would be fragile paper.
Yeah, it's very old and not in good shape.
So I'm just gonna kind of follow, I guess.
Sure. There you go.
Not too far away though.
So you guys should have
Ooh.
an image there on
A
your
trapdoor.
screens. As it come around on the left side there, where you see the slight change in the wall texture, this is what it looks like. There's a large, extremely thick, sturdy door set into the stone wall. There does appear to be some... You can't really see it in the image, but there does appear to be some bas-relief carvings and other things on the surface of the door. It's hard to tell in this light.
I'm the only person with a light, so I'll move closer. Hopefully everyone will be behind me.
Yeah. Did you end
Yeah.
up with the phosphor stone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why make sure everybody has enough light to see where they're going.
Sure,
You
sure.
guys gonna come too, or
I'm gonna take up the rear defense.
okay?
Oh, this
'Cause I
Mori
can-
cupping job.
I'm just gonna wait for everybody to get in the same
But-
area because I need to say something.
I'll hang out with Morikovic in the back and just try and make some chit chat with him. So, there's a big guy.
Come on, come on, come on. So you'll hear me. Come on.
If I have to.
Your voices do kind of echo in here anyway, so...
Voices
Wanna be sure.
carry.
All right, all right. I didn't plan for the note to crumple, so I would have told you this. I would have showed you the note so you could read it, but apparently it's gone now, you know. So basically the first thing to remember before I continue to forget things from this note is that the name of the gatekeeper is Astorius. That's the gatekeeper that was mentioned in the prophecy note that we got. The name the doorman resting there. It's
He's no resting, he's dead.
but it's a type of rest.
No, it's no rest, he's dead.
Ostiarius. Astarius. If I'm saying that right, which I'm probably not.
I will say this. I will give 50 bonus XP to someone who can tell me the significance of that name after the session.
After the session, you say.
Oh.
Spell it
poet's
for me
lie.
again, there, Master Ness.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh,
no,
you don't have to Google this? Nah.
I don't have that spelling right now.
Once, yeah, it's rapidly fading from my memory. If I'm,
I mean, I can already tell you. I mean, that's not a big deal.
I have a very limited. What's my intelligence score? Let me check. Yeah, it's 15.
It's not his name, it's his position.
So, she's Genesis is telling you guys all this. Listener, you're pretty close, and with the light coming around to illuminate the door,
Hmm.
I'm going to show you what the door looks like. Everyone will be able to see it. Here.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
So yes, as you can see, 4 black obsidian skulls set into the door with a some type of device above them. A series of wheels set into some type of spine. It looks like you could probably spin the letters by right-clicking on them one at a time and hitting multi-sided and choose side.
It's like 10 code rings put together.
You said all of us can see this, or just what's his name up front?
Well, right now, well, you can kind of make out what's there, but right now, all of you can, for the most part, yeah.
Mine's not. Is it supposed to be something that we can click on, or?
Oh, here, let me do this. Forgot. Yep. Should be able to. In
You
just
need
a
to
moment.
have the select move tool up.
Try the first one. See if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can spend that if I need
There
to.
you go. Yeah. I'm fixing them. Don't move them.
Don't move. Jeez.
I'll fix
You
it.
begin to disassemble the heavily trapped mechanism on the front of the door.
I mean,
That is
hold
how
it
we-
around it, right?
There.
We have decided
You
to
just have
surpass
to,
your door by just removing it.
Yeah, but just right click on it, select multi-sided, and then choose side, and you can choose a letter.
Mhm. The whole time Genesis was speaking, listener was just leaning towards her, kind of like attentively. But as she kind of drifted off and couldn't remember anything, he turns back to the door.
Okay.
I'm just fixated on the
So
obsidian
do we need to
skulls.
take turns, or because I was trying to spell something.
I don't know.
Removing it. I'm confused.
Okay.
So everyone in the party just goes over and randomly just starts
I do not.
spinning on this wheel.
Yeah,
Oh,
I see this and I take a few
Okay.
steps back.
Okay, gotta stop moving them. Gotta stop moving them.
They
Okay,
are not for moving, they are for right clicking.
right click only. Okay, so. Okay. I'm gonna take your privileges away. Okay, so.
Should have known better than to give us a toy.
I know, right? Jeez. So who's moving them?
Oh god, where did that one go? It's gone
Where
now.
did it go?
I don't know. It's not me.
Uh-oh.
not
I'm
me
trying to be
either.
serious, but
How are we missing one?
Oh no.
They were.
What did you do?
There it
I
goes.
fixed it.
Thank you.
It's the same kind of shit I deal with at work. I deleted a file. No, you just moved it to another folder.
You put it underneath the one right next to it.
Let's
Yes.
Wow. Okay then.
let's say let's
Are we
designate
sure
one
they're in the
person.
right order now?
Who is
So-
spinning them? Is this Genesis spinning them?
I don't know who's spinning them
Not me. I'm far away.
because so far that's 2 wrong spins.
Which means what?
Nothing right
How
now.
many letters does Astorius have properly spelled?
I wonder who's qualified to answer that.
I wonder if
Because when I
anyone's
wrote
gonna
it down,
remember that.
Oh, that's a third
So-
wrong one. At this time, you guys are hearing mechanisms begin to spin up and whir behind the door.
I didn't even
I
spin that time.
move to on the side of the walls. Are there pillars or anything where one may be able to take cover?
Do you want me to show you a picture again?
Yeah, if you could, real quick. Because I thought off to the side there were some
There you go.
like pillars or something.
I'm just around the corner, and they're gonna click on stuff.
Yeah, I want to take
And
cover.
standing on whatever elevated ground there is.
No, this is brilliant. That's it. Who's standing in front of the door spinning the wheels right now?
Again, they have refused to say,
I'm around the
And
corner.
that's
Definitely
kind of-
not.
breaking our little simulation here, but Master Miss has been oddly quiet.
Okay.
It's probably her.
Ah!
It is.
Well, that's okay.
Oddly quiet in both ways.
The as the 5th error occurs, the mechanisms stop, and you guys just hear this, psst, and a green fog begins to billow out from the skulls' faces into the hallway.
I'm dead.
It immediately now.
I just can't spell.
Everybody, Genesis, was it you right in front of the door? I take it, spinning the wheels.
I just can't spell.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
I can't spell.
It instantly, the moment it hits you, begins to burn your eyes, your lungs, your mucous membranes. Instantly, everybody around you begins to feel it, and like eyes watering, snot pouring out of your noses, drooling.
How far back does it go? Because I stated I backed the fuck away.
It's.
I'm around the corner.
I'm gonna give some saving throws in a moment.
Okay.
Genesis, take
I can see it.
1d4 points of damage to start, since you got hit point blank. Just
I'm
one.
in church. I can see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you can see it, so you'll get your definite save. I will say it is filling the hallway excruciatingly fast. Very
well,
fast.
I can always just leave them here.
I'll let you make me roll first, and then I'll be taking a dash away,
Okay.
thus moving at normal speed.
Okay. So, at the moment that the gas begins to bellow, and here I'm going to switch us back here to our
Room of death.
Yes.
our
Saoirse kind of
Come on,
wants
in
a
the back. Yeah.
GTFO.
Van Warren, did you just move?
No, I've been sitting there.
Okay, so you're already back there.
Yes, I was.
Okay, Van Warren,
Such wisdom.
I need you to make me a dex save immediately, please.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a natural one. That's great. You know, that's a good start.
Oh my god.
You didn't roll the bad ones out
It's a good
first.
thing. Wait, did I wait? The health
No,
that
that's
I
not a
rolled
good
is just
thing.
maximum health, right? Or is it actual health I gain from leveling?
Oh yeah, you were already pretty fucked up, weren't you?
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what?
Okay, so now this is an enormous stone slab basically slips out right above you and just dead falls. And it's coming right for you.
I roll under it.
Give me I tell you what, give me a death save, Benoit.
Oh, okay, that's a good. That's a good thing to
Don't
ask
roll
for.
me a dex save. Roll me a death save.
Okay.
Hey.
So, Van Warren, let's see. You see it at the last minute because you heard it and were like, what the heck? And then just looked up as it was just about to crush you. Okay. I need you to take 3 points of damage as it abrasively just rips the skin off your back as you barely dodge back inside the corridor to avoid it.
Wonderful. Now I get to die from gas.
You're bleeding profusely from an abrasive wound across your back. That really hurt. The gas is filling up. It's already to about here. Anybody who's in that, Wilhelm, Genesis, Sorsha, listener, you're special. We'll get to you in a second. 1, 2, 3. Wilhelm. 4. Sorsha. 1. Genesis. Well, you already got Genesis. Listener. This
Yes.
is actively burning you.
Okay.
This is actively burning you. So take 3. As you.
I do, however,
Mhm.
have resistance to damage from traps.
This is true. So we'll take a point. 1 point. We'll give you half
Okay.
damage.
I take a point.
I take a point of damage too.
Yes, 1 point.
Okay.
Take 4, you said, right?
I know Master is a little quiet, Chris. You're right. It's
Yeah.
Master's not saying anything as far as I can tell.
no, she's a
Cleaning
little
up the
quiet.
coughing. I'm playing up the coughing, but I'm trying to do that away from Mike so it's not drowning people out.
Oh, it's all good.
But
Yeah.
I'm fine. No,
Yeah.
if anyone was worried.
Oh, no, you're just a little quiet when you talk normally.
Yeah, so like I'll move away from the mic like this, like just play up the coughing or whatever.
It's all good.
So
But
it's
like
not-
right now, it's like a whisper to me. That's all.
Yeah, no, you're quiet even when you're not coughing. You're just talking normally.
All right, yeah, because it's. How about that?
That's a little better.
That's a little better.
Yeah, that's a little better.
It's kind of.
Okay, so
So
um,
the slab, I have to ask about this slab.
yes,
Has it fallen from the ceiling and completely blocked all egress?
yes, it has.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it has. Indeed, it
Well
has. So Sugnak, Mordikovic, Van Waren, and we'll say Chileli are just at the edge of this thing, and it is filling up the hallway quickly.
I want to say I take my dash action and get over there. Yes.
All right. You're moving out. It's still moving. The gas is still moving.
I kind of stagger around, wiping my eyes.
Genesis, you're having a hard time breathing right now. In fact, you're starting to asphyxiate. Wilhelm, you as well. You're starting to asphyxiate.
Mordikovic is creating a large piece of shadow cloth and drenching it in water and then wrapping it around his head.
Okay. Trying to create a barrier.
Everything except for his eyes, of course, yeah.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Anyway, I'm also like drawing my hood up over, like sort of bringing it in front of my mouth and nose a
If I
bit.
see her do that, I'll splash some water on her as well.
Okay. All right. Wilhelm, Genesis, and Sorsha, real quick, give me Constitution saves, please. Since you guys kind of caught the brunt of it.
Am I allowed to put my mask on?
Yes. That's fine.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Give me one
Good.
second. For some reason, I don't have which.
Oh,
I don't have. Do you know off the top of my head which saves I'm proficient in? For some reason, I don't have that.
God, I can
It's
find that out
benevolous.
later.
There's Cairne.
It's probably
Wisdom and
intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah, wisdom and intelligence, I would imagine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a request.
Yes.
It seems like this could kill us with incredible rapidity. Can we go to initiative order or something so that we don't, waste the 15 seconds of breathing we have left?
I don't know. Normally I would say yes, but I kind of like the confusion in this because everybody is actually panicking.
Can I start? I want to search the walls for some kind of stone or reset.
Okay.
I
Here, I tell you what. I'm gonna help you guys out a little bit here. Before I do, Genesis and Wilhelm, subtract 1 point of Constitution, please.
oh wow.
Permanently.
You both begin to immediately cough up blood.
temporary or permanent?
Can't really say yet till you get an assessment.
Becomes permanent when you die.
I mean, keep an eye on your actual total before this, but don't forget that you've lost a point. Not that I think you will. Genesis, you were the one dealing with the actual wheels, right? The cryptex.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
Clearly, I'm not that smart.
No, that's fine. That's fine. The idea crosses your mind that maybe if you complete the puzzle, you can open the door.
I thought you said the tumbler stopped, though.
No, the whirring
The
sound
mechanism
behind it.
sounds stopped.
Oh. Oh, could I go back over there then?
You'll have to delve back into the full fog.
I have my mask on, and I'm gonna try to see if I can put the. I don't have any extra fabric in this outfit. You know, this is where wardrobe choices get you. But I'm gonna see if I have anything in inventory that I could possibly do that. I have,
While you do that in
my
your
standard clothing,
mind,
I can push that over my mouth.
Yeah. What are you doing, listener?
I said, while she's doing that, she hears in her mind, "Little one, how is it spelled?"
Okay. I'm
Well,
gonna
it's
try to
spelled
select
OS,
it to
right?
send it to you.
All right. So you are gonna actually try and spell it out in your mind for him.
She can just think back to what the paper looked like, and listener can see it. You can communicate in an image way.
Here. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Listener moves hastily back through the poison. 30 feet per round, sir. That's a dash.
Zoom.
I am going to create yet another piece of shadow cloth, just so you know.
Okay.
It's just larger than that of what would be a bedspread.
Okay.
I'm going to give a piece of it to the little guy standing next to me. And I'm going to start going up and down with it.
Okay.
Like
Hopefully
fanning
he
it,
joins
or
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to.
Pushing it all away from us.
Yeah. It's not a terrible idea. All right, listener.
Yes.
Give me a con save, please, as you delve.
Yes, yes. As it is trap related, I should have advantage on it too.
Correct. Very good.
Yeah.
You're good. All right. So basically, you'll take another point of damage, but it hasn't been enough to damage your inherent constitution yet.
Wonderful.
However, this is a new sensation for you, though the collective has felt it before. It's not something like you can feel the ripples go out through the collective of concern because you cannot breathe through your skin right now. To do so is painful.
As much as I can hold my breath when I have like an osmotic membrane covering my entire body, I do.
Yeah, you can feel it seeping in, just burning you.
Mm-hmm. But I am prepared to manipulate the door when the door is available for manipulations.
Okay, and this is a very low DC because I believe there's only a few letters left. Give me just a dex. Because you are having a hard time seeing.
Oh, dex check? Man, you want me to die.
It's a very low DC.
Okay.
He's got a very low dex.
I have a very low dex.
So the 8? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that I would have it. Yeah, this probably doesn't count unless it's investigation on secret doors or something.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got 2 letters.
Saving throw traps?
You've got 2 letters. You got 1 more.
All right.
1 more. I'm going to give you 1 more con save at advantage.
Yes. Here you are. Oof.
No, you're good.
13's better than 8.
You're good. You're good.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to give you the last letter. You click it.
Ah.
The gas stops. It's still hanging in the corridor, but it begins to kind of settle.
Mhm.
Like a green fog across the floor. Anybody with exposed skin that touches it, you can feel it like eating away at you. Not enough to cause necessarily damage unless you stay in it, but you can tell like this is really caustic. But the door opens.
If it opens into a space that doesn't seem immediately deadly, I'd like to step through into clean air.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved you through. Can you see?
Well, I hate to tell you this, but we're forcing the stuff to chase you right now with our little blanket.
Luckily, the room you're entering is big enough that it will actually disperse. Anything that comes through will disperse.
And path of least resistance, the fumes would actually start
disperse,
funneling in that way.
But
I'm gonna keep spanning though as I move forward.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Just gonna stay back.
I'm gonna move through to get away from the one who was messing with the door as well.
All right.
Yes.
Sugnak's actually like
keeping the chin way up.
keeping the chin up.
Where's the door pass through at?
Here, right here.
There we go.
Open the damn door. We opened it.
So, to answer the question earlier, which was, did I gain those life points or health points or not? Because it matters in this specific situation.
Are you dead? Are you
No,
a
I'm not
dead
dead.
elf?
No, not
He might be a
yet,
little dead.
but I need to know.
There you go.
There's
What are you at?
on the map? Is that
Oh, that's better for me because then I'm back here.
is
Looks like
that
it's-
somebody that I should be behind? 'Cause-
Well, the door is open.
When you're
all right.
talking about like, this is me.
Yeah, I'm trying to be behind you.
Yeah,
Hey, who dat?
Okay.
By the way.
that's Van Warren.
I'm trying to be as far in the back as possible because I don't need to be touching anything.
Genesis, you
Are
are
you trying to hide behind me?
you are hacking and coughing. Blood is coming out of your nose and your mouth and your eyes right now. You're having a hard time drawing breath. You're lightheaded, and you feel like you're about to vomit.
I'm gonna just take a knee over here.
Will die soon. Should kill before become zombie.
All deaths lead to zombie.
Well,
You
once we
should probably
figure
see
out,
a doctor.
yeah, once we like are safe, as soon as possible, I'd like to stop and medically inspect people
Yeah,
and treat them.
you're actually not too far from where she's at, Wilhelm. You're actually you're feeling shortness of breath and a little bit of nausea yourself.
I'm just missing all the skin on my
But
back.
Yeah, Van Warren, you're pretty hurting.
Yeah, 1 HP.
yeah, as soon as we get somewhere where we can stop, need to so that I can treat everyone.
All right.
What does the ground look
immediately
like, by
start
the way,
to use
Church?
quiet
It's
focus
ancient
right now.
stone.
Is it dirty?
It's
Can
dusty.
Is there any
Can I
dirt on the
immediately
walls
begin
or
to use
anything?
quiet focus
anything
right
that's
now?
collectible?
Yeah, there's a little dirt. You want to use quiet focus?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Get a
It's a
handful
full
of
round,
dirt. I'm
but we're
going
not
to
in
roll.
initiative, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Like a minute or 10 minutes?
I believe it's a meditative, if I remember. Let me pull it up real quick.
I don't know if I can meditate when I'm in this much damage, but I want to make sure that I begin this as fast as I can.
It's one full round.
More.
One full round, and you'll expend a psionic attack slot.
How long is that though? Like in normal time?
It's one round. It's very short.
But like
6 seconds,
Yeah.
I think is what you're asking.
Yeah.
6 seconds to turn, isn't it?
No, that's a round.
Oh,
So 1d6 plus proficiency bonus per level.
alright.
But you need to like drop down on your knees, put your peace-bound mask on, close your eyes, and just tune everybody out for a second.
So proficiency bonus per level means proficiency bonus twice since I'm level 2, right? But does that mean 2d6?
1d6 plus proficiency bonus per level. I intended that to be plus one proficiency bonus per level, so plus 4. 1d6 plus 4.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Morikovic,
Just-
as long as he doesn't resist.
Do we have a moment? Because I will.
6 points. Okay.
I'm only taking 1 point, right, of damage so far.
Well, you've taken a full point of Constitution.
What is that?
Well,
You have whatever your Constitution score is. Take a
Minus
-1 to that.
so you'll heal the 1 point of physical damage. The Constitution damage is a whole nother matter. That you might be able
Much
to
harder.
settle your breathing a bit, but you're still short of breath. You're still nauseous, and it hurts to breathe right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know I lost that point, but I just don't know if that counts as health for quiet focus. So.
No. Quiet focus is just hit points. But
So
that
a total of 6 then.
that's a good point, though. I do need to specify that. I'll add that to my notes. All right. So, Sugnak, what are you looking for?
I just want to see if there's any traps or anything kind of in the local vicinity, recessed floor tiles, things of that nature that might lead to further problems.
All right. I will say this. To your right, you see...
Right, as if it's looking up, or where my token is facing.
If you're facing
Get
up,
out of the room.
facing up,
It's
let's say.
it's these
Okay.
up here.
Facing up, you should see this.
Yeah. All right.
Okay?
Are they stone?
Yes, everything is stone. Ancient stone. If you look to your left or down, you'll see this.
I am intrigued by this.
This room does not appear to have been entered in a long time. Your stone cunning, I mean, obviously it's man-made, but this is a little beyond you at this point.
All right, so my history wouldn't be able to pick up any markings or engravings on the tombs or anything.
Not unless you went and actively investigated them, maybe. But just as you're glancing around the room kind of right now.
Okay. I want to first investigate the tombs without actually opening them.
Okay. Well, I will say this. The room you're in right now is vast. You can tell, even with the limited amount of light from the phosphor stone, it is vast. The vaulted ceilings stretch to what appears to be a central point along the curved stone struts of over 100 feet. Like, it just out of sight range completely. It's way up there. You can smell must in the air, just the musty smell of old air. And the air in here is very dry, surprisingly, as opposed to the rest of what you've been through so far. There's a thick layer of cobwebs and dust over everything, and every step you take, these little black particles, like dust motes, swirl with every step you take in the light of the phosphor stone. So you see the 5 stone sarcophagi to your right in a neat row. As you approach them, all 5 appear to have a unique crest carved in bas-relief on the top of the cover.
Okay.
Listener actually accompanies you for this, and I would make a history check to recognize the carvings.
Yeah, go for it.
24.
Very good. That roll will give you, looking across all 5 of them, each one of the unique crests represents an ancient crest of one of the old gods that abandoned Cairne. I don't know how familiar you would be with the religions. That would be a separate religion check, but
Yes.
you can at least point it like, oh, these are the old gods. Like, you know that. You just don't know who's what or what they meant.
Let's see how much I know about religion. That's a really good question.
Wow.
I know a lot about religion.
Yes.
I know the maximum amount.
The collective has been busy.
Has given you a lot of things or knowledge from what they picked up
The collective has been busy.
from other people. Yes.
So, all right, we'll go through them one by one real quick. The first tome, starting right to left. The first tomb is emblazoned with the symbol of the hammer and anvil, which would be the god Zevran, god of craftsmen, war, and dwarves. The second one is topped with an intricate and delicate artistic rendering of a tree ringed in leaves. This would have been Shah, the goddess of nature and the elves. The third, a single bandaged hand. This would have been Sinufe, goddess of healing and hospitality. The fourth is a simple but elegant symbol of a quill etched into its surface. This would have been Goin, the god of knowledge, invention, and industry. The fifth tomb is an immaculate carving of a harp on top of it. This would have been Bodhi, the god of music, art, literature, and poetry. Patron of the Shanakesians, which, Sorsha, if you actually look, you'll recognize, because your people never gave up hope.
Right. That's why I'm here.
Can I, out of character, ask what the last two symbols were, if you don't mind?
The last two?
Yes.
Yeah, a quill is on the fourth, and the fifth is an immaculate carving of a harp.
Not that I need to know, because I'm over here breathing.
So
Breathing manually.
So real quick, Wilhelm, you were wanting to assess damage, I believe, too.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to check everyone over. I'm bandage.
Are you?
Morikovic already took care of Van Warren, but I was gonna bandage it. Anybody else who needs it, and then
Are you taking sterilization steps?
I'm taking sterilization steps. If everyone will give me time, I'll treat everyone. Like I said, double check everybody over.
All right. Well, set up a triage somewhere. Pick it. Show me where you want to set up a triage to do this.
I'm gonna
just right inside.
Move. Yeah, I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
I'm not directly path. Yeah.
I will say that right here, there is actually a stone altar, a raised dais, that you could actually use as a table to get them up off the floor, since there is still some of that fog filtering in.
The only
It's very
problem
dangerous to put bleeding people on a dais.
Now I can see that. I couldn't see that before.
I have the stone, so he can't on the light source.
Yeah. Well, I'll assume you're milling around a little bit. That's fine.
Okay.
And in fact,
I'll
you can light these braziers if you really want some light, but I don't know. That could be even creepier.
I'm gonna try.
I will light them.
All right, you light them up.
Much light as possible.
Okay. Let's see here.
While they're doing that, since Sugnak and I are up there looking at the tombs, since I recognize them and you're kind of poking at them, I actually open up communication with you and I say, look, they have buried these ones in the names of the gods. See, this one would have been yours. Pointing to the one for Zevran, craftsman, war, and dwarves.
What do you mean by that? They had Wraith Guard as well.
Before they left, this one was god of dwarves, crafts, making war. I and
What
I
are the
have
others?
researched these closely.
And what are the others?
I go down them one by one, and I say this one for the elves and nature. This one, hospitality, medicine. This one, knowledge, writing, invention. This one, music and beauty.
What do you know about that big statue right over there?
I turn around and look at the big statue.
All right, give me one more intelligence or religion check, please.
23, still pretty good.
The statue in the center room is an effigy to Vrokana herself. There are jars and bottles scattered around her that you, based on your knowledge, will recognize as most likely being filled with preserved organs and bodily fluids. Based upon the roll you made, the successful roll, because you're so super smart.
I've got a lot of backup.
There was actually a pre-blight cult to Vrokana that believed that by trying to recreate the creation of her children and then sacrificing these avatars and mummifying them in tribute to her, they could bolster enough belief in the dead goddess to bring her back and be granted power and favor.
To Sugnak, in response to his question, this one you have seen before. She watches over us in the night sky, and was the mother of all.
Is that the one that the loonies upstairs were talking about?
It is.
It is.
It is. Once in this place, they wished to bring her back,
I pull
which
my
is an
notebook.
interesting challenge.
I pull my notebook out of my back pocket and I just start scribbling down notes about the site and detailing the room and the evidence.
And listeners just like, he's babbling away. He's saying, oh, they were into such interesting things. They too were seeking to see what exactly was death and how well they could reverse it for a goddess.
I agree, they were heathens.
So
They were quite strange.
did the light I put in the braziers work? Did it light up the area a little more?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Can I ask what am I doing right now?
Well, that's up to you.
Dying.
Hurting.
You're coughing up blood right now. You're actually not doing well at all, Genesis. Like, you're doing actually really bad. In fact, let's just hope that. Let's hope Wilhelm is worth his salt.
Yes, I will.
He's setting up sterilization procedures right now, which it takes a little bit, if I remember correctly.
It does.
Especially when you're in a dusty old...
Too.
Actually, yo, could I use moments for this?
Let me look at the letter of the law here. It's a good call, though. Yeah, that would actually arrest further damage from happening. It would put Genesis in stasis, basically.
How long does that last, though?
As 5 minutes.
And it's technically.
Plus 1 per
You know
level.
what?
So 6 minutes.
I think I'm gonna skip the sterilization procedure then. I hate to say that, but it takes me an hour.
Yeah. But
Ooh.
well,
Yeah, none of my abilities work quickly.
yeah. Well, when we say an hour, he's completely sterilizing and reducing all chance of infection. Right.
Which we will soon see is deadly as hell.
Yeah.
I know.
But even without it, because of your skill, you still because of the way you keep your tools, there's only half the normal chance anyway, even without the procedure. So if you want to go ahead and assess, use your your skill. What skill do you want to use?
To medicine?
All right, so you just want to do a general assessment first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like holding Genesis's hand as I'm singing moments
There you go.
for her.
So you're
So-
putting her in stasis. That's a good idea, actually. Okay. So this is, I believe you get advantage normally, right?
Do, so it'll be 22.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, so what's happening here, based upon your assessment, is she has been hit full on and gotten a full lungful of chlorine gas. Pure chlorine. Her eyes show signs of damage from the burn. Her lungs and mucous membranes show damage from the exposure. The cough and nausea, she's probably going to start vomiting any moment. As well as she may lose some functionality in her eyes from the corneal burns. However, it was a brief, even if it hit her pretty hard, it was a brief exposure. It wasn't prolonged, thankfully. If you can cleanse the exposed skin with an astringent tincture, and maybe do an eye wash, you can probably arrest the damage from going any further.
I am,
Using your mycology, you actually, you might be able to, or not your mycology, your first aid, you might be able to repair some of the ill effects, at least temporarily. But she's going to need rest and to recoup fully.
well, I will use my tincture
Okay.
on her.
All right. So you're going to do the full eye wash and scrub down.
Yep, I will do that all if she will allow me to, and then
Well, she's in stasis right now. She doesn't really have a choice, in fairness.
I will take care of her eye wash, treat the skin, use the tincture,
Okay.
bandage any exposed skin that got abrased like when I was cleaning,
Okay.
and move on to the next person.
All right. If you would like, I will allow you to make one more medicine roll to create a breathing treatment. Otherwise, she's going to be at disadvantage for every roll she makes. There you go. Okay.
There's a 22 again.
So you use an herbal concoction.
That seems really unlikely.
Yeah. 22 again. 9 and 22.
Yeah.
So, no, you managed to make an herbal concoction that's the vapors from which are breathable and will actually clear up her nasal passages, allowing her to breathe more easily. If you were you just got to stay on it, Master Miss. Okay.
Okay.
You got to stay on your treatments. Otherwise, if you don't, you will be rolling at disadvantage for just about everything.
Okay. Over the next few minutes, I would like to tell Saoirse what the note said in its entirety.
Okay.
But I don't know if I have the wherewithal to do that in a scratchy voice
You can't.
the entire time while breathing in the vapors. So I would like to, out of character, just fill you in.
All right. You want me to just share the note?
Yeah, I was about to say, just share the note.
Yeah. Which I should have just done that, honestly.
There you go. Should be in
Looking
your journal.
back.
Should be in your journal.
Hindsight, 2020. Honestly, anybody could have turned it to yours. Come on.
I that was fun. I was
It was hilarious.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
honestly
I'm
I
having a great.
honestly I I thought you guys were gonna bypass it. Truth be told.
I just
Well,
can't
somebody starts spinning stuff.
spell. I just can't spell. Do you know how much of a struggle that is in real life?
Oh yes.
Oh,
No. In fairness, you have several other issues that got you messed up badly there, apart from being unable to spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all good. We've made it. You're going to be okay.
the spelling led to the
I mean-
mistake. The mistakes led to the gas. The gas led to the injuries.
Yeah. You're
Don't
going to
think I
be
can't
okay
follow
though.
that.
You're
You have your emotional support on occasion.
Yes.
I should not be in front.
Can't heal
That's-
my
Okay, point taken.
grafted bag.
I'll be back here.
all right. Well, so while you're working on her, we'll say we'll let the rest of these guys kind of do whatever they're wanting to do. Real quick, just to see, is there anything else you guys are wanting to do?
Probably take a short rest.
I do want Wilhelm to check me out just to, because I am missing a hit point, so,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fine.
just
You
see
want
what
mine?
He's
injuries
good
I
at
got.
I can
triage.
give
He
you my
knows
last
who's
hit point if
next.
you want it.
No.
I think I need to look at Van Warren next.
Yeah.
Nah, you know, it's okay.
That's fair. That's
No,
fair.
I'm just saying, like, putting it out there, but no, Van Warren needs next, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that's definitely fair. All right, was anybody else doing anything while he's working, while Wilhelm is working?
I'll be making like a round of the room looking for, other exits or
Okay, wait,
nefarious traps. Just neat things that might interest to know him.
show me where you're going.
It's probably going to be, I would assume there might be another exit on the opposite side,
All right,
and I will check around the statue,
all right, well, go ahead.
in sort of there.
Go ahead and move your mini.
Yeah, I'll do up here first.
Okay,
Just down this wall.
all right, so you're just moving down the wall.
hmm
All right, down the
And
wall.
I will be searching for traps at regular speed, given that it seems a somewhat dangerous place.
All right. Let me know when you can see the back wall.
Okay.
Because I've described the statue in the center as far as what's around it with the jars. Oh, there you go.
Yes. So I've made it to the back wall.
All right, so there you go. We'll say once you get to about here,
Yes.
you notice that just at the edge of sight right here is a barred alcove in the back of the room.
Oh. Okay. Barred alcove, you say. What's visible through the bars? Anything?
Darkness.
It's darkness. It seems to go off.
Can't really tell what's beyond it. It's really dark inside.
Okay. I will remember this for later. Continue making the rounds, and I have one more important question.
Mhm.
How many spirits, sir?
Ironically, back here, 0.
0. What about back up front on the sacrificial dais?
0.
0 still? They were sacrificed very thoroughly then.
Or well before the blight.
True, as one would expect. I will just make the loop. Is there perhaps another barred alcove here?
There is right here.
Symmetrical?
Another
Wonderful.
barred alcove. You're moving at your normal walking speed, correct?
Yes, my normal speed.
And you're not carrying a light source?
I do have one attached to me, but I don't remember if that's a real one or not. Did I have a light source? Probably not.
Okay.
That's going to be my guess.
All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, you make your way around beyond the 2 barred alcoves in the back of the room. Nothing really stands out as dangerous
Yes.
or helpful.
Hmm. If Genesis is just kind of chilling over here,
Catching
she out
her
of stasis yet?
Yeah, I would assume so at this point. Just catching her breath, using her breathing treatment.
May I borrow that? Pointing at the mysteriously shiny rock.
I hand it over.
Okay.
But I would like it back, I guess. It's reluctant handing over.
Very slowly takes the shiny rock.
You wouldn't expect it any other way.
Alright, so now you have the phosphor stone.
That's all I was up to. Other people do things.
Anybody else?
Just breathe.
No, just dying.
Just dying.
Yeah, am I all right? Just start treating the next patient.
All right, you have Van Warren. Base medical check on this one. His wounds are mainly physical.
And obvious.
While they're doing that,
24.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah. I will say that his back is coated in mud right now, which, based on your profession, is an instant like, oh god, no, scrub, 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 scrub.
Wait till Morikovic isn't looking and do just that.
Okay, so you
Clean
scrub
it
all
off
the mud
and
off.
wrap him.
Okay, yeah, I'll just not scream out in pain.
Yeah, it's
Just to stop the bleeding. That's fine.
yeah.
Until you had time.
Oh, it's native medicine versus academic. That's all.
But I don't do it in front of him. I show him the respect of waiting till he's not looking so he doesn't see me do it.
Oh yeah, there you go. And yes, Sugnak, you can go ahead and make your roll. We'll kind of kill two birds with one stone. All right, so
Since I'm nearby, I would like to hand Wilhelm some of the extra fabric I have from one of my sets of clothes and some oil.
Okay.
If he needs it to make bandages.
Sure.
Shrug. Because I don't know anything about medicine, but here.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Wilhelm,
Breathing.
I assume you're using. What are you putting a poultice on?
I don't have anything else. I'm just treating. Unfortunately, I only had one tincture, which I just used, and I had one poultice that I used last time on him, actually. So, in theory, at the end of an hour, he will regain. Now, I don't know if since I used it before I leveled up, if it will get the bonus from the herbalism now.
No, because it was the older one. But I will go ahead and pass the hour.
Okay.
And, what I would say is bandage it to
Yeah.
seal the wound off from further infection. Infection is always a risk. Halved if you do bandage it. So go ahead and do the bandaging with your medicine check. And I will check for infection.
13, and then, yeah, I'm going to bandage it.
Oh, jeez. Did I hit the wrong one? Here. Okay. Man, I'm rolling high. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you bandage up the wounds. Sugnak,
Mhm.
you kind of poke around at the foot of the statue. You accidentally knock over one of the little jars, and a leathery,
Ooh.
preserved heart is inside.
Black magic, obviously.
Are you detecting?
No.
Okay. You do at least
No.
recognize that this is pre-blight, so there is the potential for magic here.
Can I ask the listener what he's doing with the phosphorus stone?
I forget if we determined that people can reach out to my mind.
You can hear.
Kind of like ask. I mean,
Oh, I can just hear her say that.
Yeah, you have kind of a
I
tympanic
say back.
membrane.
I say back, This one here, at the end, to the god of music. It's cracked on top. I lean over it and look in with the light from the stone.
I'm actually impressed you noticed that. It is actually indeed cracked. You lean over it. Has been cracked open by the shifting of the ground, maybe, or some other event that may have happened over the many years that have passed since then.
The note does say find the crease beyond the wall.
Inside, you can see the withered remains of what was a youngish-looking man. Even in this decayed state, based upon your knowledge of these types of organisms, you cannot help but notice that he must have been remarkably handsome to his own species in life. He appears to
Still
be...
got the strong jawbone.
Oh yeah, he's grasping something in his hands on his chest. It looks like it might be an instrument.
Say instrument? That's what I said about the dagger from last session.
Curious. I guess to Genesis, since we were discussing what I was up to with the phosphorus stone. Let's see. They have buried this man with his instrument. A fitting tribute, I suppose.
That's important. I'm coming over. We should see this.
I'm following Genesis.
Can't kill
Because I'm just
curiosity.
like
Someone
her shadow.
detects an item with a plus on it, I see.
Can't kill curiosity.
Oh, yes, you can.
Breathing carefully.
Oh yeah, this is true actually.
Just
Going through the breathing treatment. All right, so you're looking through.
slowly moving over there.
What do you want me to do? Remove the lid or?
I'm just looking. I'm not even close enough to do anything yet, so I'm just gonna slowly creep my little way over there, so as to not agitate the breathing exercise.
Morikavik remind when touch door.
He's not wrong.
Mhm.
True.
We have hit 10:17. Should we take our union break before we proceed into the mystery of the tombs?
It's up
Or
to you
people
guys.
start touching shut inside of
Yeah.
like two.
It's dangerous.
I still have people to treat.
I'm not
I,
touching
I
anything.
still have people to work through, including myself. I'm doing everyone else first, but I am a little bit broke as well.
Genesis
That's
has
right. Go
learned a
through with
lesson.
us.
Well, we could.
No, we
could
can take a
our
break.
break
We
while
can take
you're-
a quick break. That's fine.
No, that
Yeah.
was more saying quit touching shit until I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
spin
yeah.
any more dials.
So yeah, no, that's fine. We will be right back after these messages from our sponsors, which we do not have. But if you would like to sponsor us, we like money. Please
This is where your
contact us.
message would go.
We'll be right
we
back.
could always homebrew some sponsors.
Oh Lord, yeah, but we have to pay
Brought to you
ourselves.
by Custodian.
We'll be right back.
All right, I'll be back.
Alrighty then, here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Okay.
Mhm.
So Van Warren is being treated by the good doctor. Excuse me, benevolent.
Doctor is appropriate as well.
Doctor.
But does he have a bad case of loving you? That's the real question we all want to know.
Besides, in order to have that back and forth conversation, you have to be speaking to another doctor, which I don't know if we have one.
Yeah, but I once spent a whole entire day at the college just going around and just kept encountering people, and all I did that day was say doctor. Much easier when you're not there.
We could do a whole team of benevolence if this whole system works out.
Nothing can kill us.
It'll just be 3 hours of that joke over and over again.
Every session,
Every
pure
session.
gold.
Every session.
Oh, we all go heretic. That would be hilarious.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's a bunch of regular ones and one heretic.
Yeah. The heretic is terrifying, I'm not going to lie. So, before we go too much further, I know Genesis and Listener are looking at the tombs while Wilhelm is being assessed.
Genesis and listener.
Yeah, I just don't see you over here. That's the only thing.
Oh, yeah. Are you over there with him, Sorsha?
Yeah, I just sent me my token, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, you're
I'm
looking
not-
over through the cracks of the broken tomb, basically.
It's completely off.
Are you gonna pull it off?
My hands are completely off. My hands are not touching anything
Oh.
at all. I am only over there solely for the purpose of letting him know that there's a line in the prophecy that says that tempered truths fly from hidden fingers, and one of the things that the note said is that we should beware of these three things, which I think may be an indication that there's a trap somewhere.
Whenever I see her moving towards something with intrigue, I move away.
Listener being kind of aware of the issues related to Genesis touching things. Although he's somewhat doubtful they would trap a grave, he'll check the grave for traps.
If I have pockets, my hands are in them. Well, what little of my hands I can fit in my pockets.
So, I inspect the shattered tomb for any form of traps, should we lift the lid, or what
Half my
remains of it.
fingers, maybe.
Go ahead, give me a.
Maybe 2 fingers.
Oh, is that your roll right there, the 26?
It's in there, my man.
All right. It doesn't appear to be rigged in any way.
Oh, we lost a shoon.
Oh no, it's not a shoon.
Bang.
Uh,
Okay.
help him out here a little bit. I'm very large. I slowly push open a gap in between the broken segments of lid.
I would also like to help pull back the lid.
Okay.
Not touching.
Because this is martyrs for a martyr of my people. I'm curious.
All right.
You don't know that yet, but actually I do reach out to your mind to communicate with you.
All right.
Symbol of my god.
Oh, you do? That's right. The Shanakesians are still very religious.
Yeah.
Okay. So you open it up further. There's no issue. It's broken, cracked, so you managed to kind of peel the pieces back, so to speak. As I said, even in death, the young man inside is remarkably handsome.
You want me to hold the lights above the thing so you can look in there and do whatever you need to do?
You no longer have the
Since my
light.
hands are clearly not.
Oh yeah.
My hands are clearly not busy.
This is something that none of you have ever seen.
Oh no.
I'll hold it.
And
you just like.
As the light illuminates the figure laying in the tomb, especially to Sorsha, the relevance of what you're looking at becomes clear. This is an unscarred Shanakesian. This has not been seen since the blight. So when I say even,
It's literally never been seen by my people, so that's exciting.
I
Exactly.
gasp and I start welling up with tears a little bit.
So when I say even in death, the gentleman is handsome. Like even throughout over 100 years of decay and mummification, that this person is still comely. What he has in his hands, gripping tightly to his chest, is a scarred harp with broken strings, and a quill. And it's, although the feathers appear to have deteriorated and fallen off long ago.
Hmm.
That's what he's holding.
Yeah.
I'm not fishing.
This is the first time, actually, I think that listeners been very close to Sorsha. Like physically, where they're looking at the same thing. And she's probably not very guarded right now. He doesn't know she's a Shanakesian. I'd like him to perceive it.
Okay.
Shall I roll you a perception? What?
Are you looking in?
I look in at the casket, but then she gasps
Yeah.
audibly, so
No,
I
I-
look up at her.
I mean, are you looking in with her?
I was, yes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right now I'm not very guarded. You could probably be able to see my face. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see.
Hmm.
The collective is familiar with what you're looking at. So.
I look down. I look up. I look down. I look up. In her mind. Ah, this is one of yours.
Who said that? Was that you?
If you're looking at listener, he just kind of rustles and nods.
Breathing deeply. Just keep
That's
breathing.
unique.
Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing.
Because this is like the first time that Lister has like talking to Saoirse, like at all.
In and out. Inhale.
So I'm looking and I say,
Oh,
I wonder if the harp or the quill have anything to do with the Somnambulist prophecy. Because come dancing, you children of a wistful time. Could be these 5 martyrs. Tempered truths fly from hidden fingers. It could be that what we seek lies within the tombs of all of these martyrs, and voices from another time speak volumes through the mouths of youth. Find the crease beyond the wall, name the doorman resting there, and in doing so, gain the key. Could this be the crease beyond the wall? We've already named the doorman. So could this be the key?
Now, church.
Mm-hmm.
There were no spirits around the dais, nor, the other side the statue.
Nope. Not a single one.
I would say that.
Any chance they're up here?
Around
would say that I don't
the tombs?
This is the.
Around the tombs, yeah. Have they lingered on to give us anything helpful?
Nope.
Mm.
They would have been pre-blight and their spirits are like,
They moved on.
yeah.
There
They
were
out.
some spirits before.
Some.
There's just a lot of them now.
There's the door that binds the sleeping martyrs in the other note. So maybe this is where we offer up the name.
I will say,
I don't know.
you did technically already offer up a name.
Name offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do I know? Yeah, back over here. I'll be the lamppost. That's what I'll be.
You're good. You're suffering from chlorine burns. It's okay.
Yeah. Clearly, I don't need to be leading anything. Yeah. Nah, yeah. Phosphorus lamppost. That's me.
So do you want to crack open any of the others, or?
Hey, you guys want to come look at this that I'm completely not touching?
I'd be curious to look at the others.
Anybody want to do the physical stuff? Cause I'm just a lamp.
Because it makes you feel nervous to do that now.
Can help with whatever's needed.
I'm just a lamp.
I'm fine with you putting your life on the line.
Breathing assignment, like breathing.
Listener is a creature of curiosity. He'll crack them open. I don't yet know if he's gonna like rob them because he also doesn't care at all about the possessions, but you know.
Let's crack them open. Like Sersha will help.
I don't know how long the breathing exercises thing takes, but I'm still just
All the time.
Weeks.
yeah. All right.
How long will your insurance cover it?
Lampshade and breathing. That's it.
So which one?
Let's just move down the row, reverse order from the left. So we're going over to the quill.
Okay, so the quill. Number 4. All right, so the fourth tomb, like I said, a simple but very elegant symbol of a quill etched into the surface. You're gonna crack it open?
Yes, although I will fastidiously perform my check at all of them.
Okay. Looks clean to you.
All right.
Lampshade.
All right, so you're cracking it open.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty heavy, but you know, with a little resting, and if Sorsha helps, you can get it out.
Definitely helping, so.
All right. Inside, you find an aged but well-preserved man in thick, layered robes. The tomb is filled with aging tombs and scrolls, and from his belt hang numerous tools and pouches.
I wonder what would happen if a certain gentleman used his detect magic nearby.
Not touching.
Not touching.
I reach in and like tease one of the scrolls or notes open. Is it in a recognizable script?
Yeah, it's in the Bechtelrite
Okay.
common tongue.
What is the general content of these notes?
You can pull one out and see.
Yeah.
All right. You pull it out. It is a diatribe on the metaphysical manifestation of intellect within the realm of both the socio-political economic and the metaphysical, and how they come together to form a union within Bechtelrite society to lift up the intellectual machine of education.
I am going to attempt to understand. What would you like me to roll to understand?
Let's just do a base intelligence check. Because it's not just you reading, so you'll have advantage. Okay. Yeah, no, you completely make sense of it. The only thing you can't do, and the only thing you can't understand, and this is because it's a collective problem, is make sense of the pure application. Like, it just doesn't make sense to the collective why this
It's like, why would you have to educate like other
exactly
appendages of the society? Don't you just like...
Yes.
Why is your knowledge transfer so slow? This is silly.
Why don't you just know?
Why don't you know? How do you not know? This is like... This is one of those human things.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can still respect knowledge.
Yes.
Place it back down.
Okay.
Next one, I guess.
All right, moving on.
Lampshade follows.
All right. This is the third tome, single bandaged hand. You open it up.
Yes.
Inside is a very short-statured woman with hairy feet. She's wearing a blindfold and her hands are bandaged and folded across her belly. Her cheeks are wet with what appear to be tears.
How old does the body look?
Ancient.
Cheeks are still wet.
Yes, they are.
My medical profession and my personal opinion, that ain't right.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Lampshade.
Be fair, I'm all the way on the other side of the room, not even paying attention.
Tell you what.
Yeah, he's doing.
Let me see here.
It does say litless and burning, but I don't know.
Remember, this is, I believe, it was at Sinufe.
Hmm.
It was the symbol of this one. This is going to be kind of a high DC. But the three of you around it, give me a religion check.
I was born for this.
All three of us roll.
Damn. Yeah, if you want. You don't have to. Okay. Okay.
Hey.
I know about my own god.
It's actually
Lampshade pretty well.
the lampshade that's pretty close, but this is a really difficult one. However, listener, you in the collective understand that from what information you have gathered, the tears of Sinufe, if administered to a wounded individual, will restore that person to full health.
Hey.
I take it, though, given that the gods fled before my species existed, that we have literally never seen them.
No, this is just a story, but at the same time, there's an ancient corpse in a tomb with wet tears.
With wet cheeks, of course. Listener is in awe of this one. He crouches down. He's very tall, so he wants to get closer. He crouches down, leans in, looks closely, taking it in as much as he can so all the information is preserved.
Okay. You think you could probably gather them if you had something to put them in?
I actually think I would confer with the collective on the wisdom of gathering them myself versus enlisting the aid of the benevolent, who has proven quite handy with these things.
Well, they'll always err on the side of logical thinking, so yeah.
Indeed.
Why not? Include the human.
Yes. He departs immediately towards Wilhelm.
Lampshade. Breathing lampshade. Not touching anything. Not.
How's the treatment of Van Warren going over there?
He's crying a lot, but you're not sure it's
Van
real.
Warren or Wilhelm?
Like, we'll call him A, we'll call him B.
His tears seem to be influencing Wilhelm in a way that isn't normal.
But are you literally actively treating him still is my question. Because listener, probably wouldn't interrupt that, but he'd just be waiting on you, basically.
I don't know how long has it taken. What's the time frame?
You're just about done.
Okay, just finish up. I give him a lollipop. No one knows where I have them. I just do.
They're an essential part of the kit. It's a bag of holding, but only for those.
Get one of those.
Try your breathing treatment. It's cherry flavored.
How do you know?
These are the secrets. You feel a strange sensation in your mind as if somebody is attempting to reach out to you.
Okay.
Don't-
Feel calmness.
Mhm.
Turn to look.
So, you can probably still see Listener. He's moderately invisible at the best of times, but you've gotten used to him. In your mind, you hear, I have found something, and I require your assistance.
Okay. I still have 2 more people to take care of. I can look at it and then I'll come back to this. Or
They can wait.
how time sensitive is it that I look now?
Oh. They don't seem to be going anywhere, but they may be helpful in your vocation.
You've taken care of the critical patients.
Well, I will go investigate, and I send Listener reassurance. And I walk with him.
All right,
Or
I set
it.
off at my stately pace,
Lampshade.
like a great ship plying the sea.
All right.
I'm just like
I
shielding
get
him
over
from-
to the casket, and I imagine
Sure,
Wilhelm
money.
arrives also.
You know.
Okay. Lampshade.
Lampshades.
So, you see what's been described before, Wilhelm.
I
Okay.
squat down and gesture at them, and to whom I say, even I have not seen these, but they should heal, well, anything that can happen to the likes of you.
To do quick investigation of it to see if there's anything else.
All right, go ahead. See what you got.
Turn off advantage because I don't need it for this.
You don't find anything out of the ordinary other than what's in the tomb.
Okay.
This is obviously not a human. You've never seen a creature like this before. It's very short, like abnormally short, almost as if somebody were... It's almost like a dwarf or somebody who was born with dwarfism, except their feet are extremely hairy. And, you know, they don't have a lot of the normal feature quirks that would be associated with either of those cases. There are tears coming out of the tear ducts of this creature.
I would like to try to collect the tears.
Okay. You can take a specimen vial and collect them. No problem.
Yeah, I should have something in my many kits.
Oh, yeah.
I
Easily.
suppose the goddess may not look kindly upon our theft of her boon, but really, if they want to complain, they should have stuck around.
Fair. Fair. What are you going to do with the tears?
Pocket them for the moment.
Okay.
How much do I get? 1 vial?
Enough for, yeah. One, not even a vial, but a small bit in the bottom of a vial. And then
I communicate to Wilhelm that we believe they have incredible potency.
You see Genesis kind of batting her eyelashes at you.
No, I'm lampshade at this point. I'm not getting anything. I'm not touching anything. I'm minding my own business. I'm doing nothing at all. At all.
I
I'm just glad to be alive.
put them away and... Go ahead.
Okay. You put them away?
I put them away and I turn to the group and say, I have this.
Okay.
I have these now. They do what we think they do, or what listener says they do, or what I don't even know if I know its name. I don't know if we've just the thing says it does.
The walking library.
And we have it, and everyone knows they are there.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Would I be able to use empathy to make this deity a bit more sad so we could get more tears?
Well, it's a corpse. In
You
fairness,
just be creative, so
it,
I'd ask the question.
yeah, no, that's fine. No, it's a corpse. So
Alright.
The next tomb.
next
Now that
to-
I've taken the tears, do they reform?
no.
Okay. I then move on to the next person in the
All right.
number 3.
Continuing treatment. All right. No, that's
I
fine.
believe it is Sorsha. I believe it's you.
Do you
You
want?
can move on. You can move on to someone else while I'm helping listener over here.
All right. So I guess that would leave you, Wilhelm. Go ahead and treat yourself.
Yes, Wilhelm has. Yeah, there are only 2 more people: Wilhelm and Sorsha.
All right.
Wilhelm, 19 or I forgot to put my advantage on 22 actually.
All right. You've got some minor respiratory burns, but they'll heal over time. You didn't get hit
That's
too
true.
hard.
Oh yeah.
I did lose a con point.
Oh, did you?
Yes, so I'm probably in just as bad a shape as everyone else. I'm just not
Yes, you are.
letting it
actually.
on.
Okay, you are. You'll need the same breathing treatment then.
Yes, I will start myself on it. In fact, I will make an extra large pot, and if Genesis wants to join me, she is more than welcome to join me in the large pot of scented thing. It smells like flowers.
Eucalyptus leaves or whatever. Camphor.
So
I'm right.
cherry stuff, right?
The very oldest school vapor rub.
All right. So you guys are moving on to the second tomb while he's setting up his pot of eucalyptus and camphor.
Yes, the tree of Shah.
Yes, the tree of Shah. You force it open.
Yes, same as ever. I'll hit you with another of the classics.
Okay.
One of those. There.
Shape.
Looks clean.
Staying on it.
All right. You force it open. Inside is the still form of an elven woman whose beauty is breathtaking. Even in death, it's as if she has not decayed a single bit. In her hands, she holds something clasped tightly on her chest.
I will poke a little bit just to see what it is.
Where'd you find a stick?
I am a stick. Very gently.
In all fairness, yes.
Inside her hands, as you move the fingers back a little bit, you see a single large seed, not unlike an acorn.
I know
Oh.
what that implies, but whether listener can figure it out seems wildly unlikely.
Saoirse probably couldn't figure it out either, but whoa.
Lampshade.
Lampshade. It's a shame Chris isn't here.
It is.
Yeah.
Like,
This would be a lot more relevant to him.
Yes.
yes.
Well, would you like to try to figure out what it is, or the relevance of it, or just move on?
Me being who I am, I will attempt to, and should I fail, I will make a note to engage Van Warren in conversation on the topic next session, or if he manages to return this session.
Right on. Let's see.
So,
you
what
got.
shall I roll? Is this history? Which,
Let's do history. Let's do history.
the first,
Yeah.
at last, roll a small number.
The collective has never seen this before.
Do we all try, or
You're welcome to.
I mean, why not? It's not going to help me any. I'm just watching. I'm not touching anything.
Am I done with my treating of people? Because I'll try as well.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll let you.
Said religion?
History.
History.
Well, that's even
Wow.
is even better.
All right.
It's not, but it's a.
So Genesis and Sorsha look down at the seed, look up at each other with jaws dropped slightly, and suddenly make the connection that this is the only ever produced seed of the spirit tree of the Galdo Shah.
The listener's just looking at it and he asks Genesis, why does the elf have a seed?
Oh.
Very big seed, too.
Oh no. Nope. 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 No. Nope. No. No. No.
Is it bad?
No. 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 Nope. 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 You see my eyes start to well up with tears as I look over at Van Warren, and I'm like, nope. 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 Because that's literally all I can say. I mean, this is mega sacred, and he's like practically enslaved while he awaits trial for being a cannibal. Like, do you understand how far that falls from this being and why it was crying? Because it's like its descendant after 100 years become this. Do you know how painful that is? Do you realize the suffering?
Was that the one that was crying, or was it the other one that was crying?
It was the other one who was crying.
Who's the other one? Although
That's
Genesis
the-
might be crying a little bit right now.
That's the deity of healing, right?
Sinefe was the one of healing. That was the crying one.
This one is Shah, nature, elves.
Right, but think about how much the opposite of healing that is. To go from that to this in 100 years.
Well,
Listener is not physically capable.
You don't understand how much that would hurt.
fascinating.
I mean, listener probably saw like Genesis exchange a glance with Saoirse, so
Yeah,
I figured he's been hearing all of this in his mind this whole time.
more or less, or verbally as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Should we do? Should the elf have the seed?
No. We move on. We don't talk about this. No.
The elf could do something with the seed,
Oh,
No.
you.
but this might be important for later. This is
No.
actually a rather significant discovery.
No.
Boink. Takes the seed.
Okay.
Listener is still not sure what's going on, but it just seems important.
So you have the
Hide
seed.
that. I beg you.
I mentally tell listener about the tree of life.
Hide that. I beg you. Hide it.
The collective has heard rumors of the Tree of Life, but no Oam has ever seen it.
A little before our time.
Hide it.
And I tell him that's the only known seed.
Hide it.
Next tomb.
Next to
Hide it.
Moving on.
All right.
He just he does one of these, and now nobody knows where it is but him.
He palms it. All right.
Good. Ugh.
So you're moving to the next tomb.
The last tomb.
Our hands are the cleanest ones and the most plant related, so it fits that you should have it. But just don't let him see that.
Mental note, though,
Yes.
out of character. I'm telling you guys so I don't forget. Listener would probably give that to Van Warren. He doesn't think of Van Warren as particularly crazy and doesn't really have a point of reference for what crazy means.
Van Warren may not even know what to do with it, honestly.
Ow.
He was pretty young when everything happened.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
the first tomb, emblazoned with the symbol of the hammer and anvil.
Yes.
Crack it open.
Of course.
All right, you crack it open. It explodes. No, I'm just kidding. You force it open. Inside is the preserved body of an enormous dwarf with fire red hair and a beard that is braided and goes well past his waist. He's wearing a suit of ornate plate mail and holding a well-worn warhammer and shield. That's a big dwarf.
I go and get Sugnak just because I want him to show him. See, look, I was right. This one is for you.
Knowing that what's her name's over there, I kind of just nod.
Lampshade, not touching a thing. Haven't touched anything this entire time. Hands off.
You
Except for the
hear-
door.
Are you sure you would not like to see? He's very impressive.
This
Dead is
entire
dead.
time. Look at him.
Oh, dead is many things.
It's surprising his lack of reverence for his own culture. That's surprising.
This is closer
Given
to Foivinian culture than Kolvart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armor, warhammers. It's not really what he
Shillelagh
does.
would be interested in this since she's also dwarvish.
Yeah.
She's not dwarvish.
Given
Yes.
given that we found like supposedly the tears of a god from knowledge of Wilhelm, and being that I recognize the only seed of the elf spirit tree, I would like to go back to the tomb of the martyr associated with my god, and I would like for whoever is holding the light source to follow me back.
Lampshade.
Lampshade. All right.
Thunk.
Genesis.
All right. Yeah. I would like to reach in and get that harp and quill.
Okay. So you take the scarred harp with the broken strings and the quill with the feathers have pretty much rotted off of.
Yeah. Is there anything else in the tomb that may be of note?
Well, there was the Arcanist, the learned man.
I'm talking about the
Just in the Shawnee.
this one.
No,
Yeah, just in the Shanakesian one.
just the unscarred, unblemished Shanakesian.
Hmm. And on the harp, all the strings are broken.
All the strings are broken, and the body's actually scarred and damaged. Although it makes you wonder when the scarring to the instrument happened.
Yeah. Is there any way I could figure it out?
It'd be really tough, but yeah, I'll let you give it a shot if you make an Arcana roll.
All right.
Don't let Sugnak see you thinking about magic,
Yeah.
though.
If you think about magic too hard and too well, does it trip the detect magic?
I don't have it yet. In another level or two, maybe.
Okay. You're not entirely sure, but you have this itch in the back of your mind that tells you that these are more relevant than they appear.
Yeah. That's the itch I've been getting.
I have a question.
Considering the tears and the acorn.
So the Zevron of Warren Dwarves was for Sugnak, right? Obviously, or for either Sugnak or Shillelagh.
Well, they're not. None of these are for any individual.
But they relate most to these people, is what I'm saying.
Possibly,
According to what
like
my
like
limited knowledge
Senufei is technically, if you hadn't figured it out, a halfling, and the halflings don't exist anymore.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know that, I don't think. But I know healing is more Wilhelm's area. right? And I know that that music is more of Saoirse's area.
Yeah.
But who's the knowledge person in this group then? If it's
That would
who
be
needs to-
the man with all the books and tomes and tools on his belt.
but who on our team is the knowledge person?
Oh.
Relevant to
Figure
that
it
point,
There's two that might qualify for it. The man who is trying to gain the thing that's trying to gain knowledge for the collective, and the figure that had spent his whole life doing school learning.
Yeah.
yes.
Could go either way.
And relevant to that point, listener is forming a theory with the collective that all of these individuals have been buried with artifacts of immense power. This being very curious, he has returned to the artificer, arcanist, it's really hard to tell now, but the man of knowledge,
Okay.
and will examine the contents more closely.
Okay.
Lampshade. But I'm watching.
So
He
I
had a
guess-
belt with devices.
Yeah,
I recall.
there's books and scrolls all in the tomb with him.
Lampshade.
Do you look at the tools you said?
Yes, I'll look at the tools first.
They are a masterwork set of tinker's tools.
How interesting. If I flip open a few more of the books and scrolls, the first one was a sort of scholarly treatise on the importance of education and how it blends with societal structure in the Backed Empire. What else might I find?
You find writings on philosophy and engineering and architecture, science, chemistry, alchemy, medicine, just all kinds of academic pursuits.
On the one hand, it's not necessarily the sort of thing that you might deploy immediately, but on the other hand, these are ancient.
Yes.
And in some respects, there are things in here that may have been lost with the
Possible.
kind of devolution of society
Possibly.
since the Blight.
Yeah, possible. Very easily.
What the hell? The Owen barely understand life and death anyways. You think they're going to respect the tomb. He just starts piling them up and sorting them by subject.
All right. So you start
Out on the
organizing the
ground.
books.
And I gently unhook the tinker's tools and I lay them by the books.
Okay.
So I kind of want to start looking at my harp. At the harp that I found. How many strings are broken?
7.
All of them?
7. Yeah.
7?
7 string harp.
I feel like the stuff we gather should be limited to what we can use here.
Well, as with any D&D game, it's only limited by what you can carry.
Yes. If you say that by listener says, "What are you saying? This is all so useful. I mean, look at this. This tells you how to build a building. Vast building. Won't fall over for 1,000 years. It's very helpful."
I mean, all right, are we taking everything or?
I have a feeling the objects in all these tombs are more useful than we let on. It's an itch that I get in the back of my head.
I
If-
can pack some stuff away if you need to. I just wanted to ask if we're taking everything. 'Cause I don't know what.
We might should. Because if one tomb contained the tears of a god that can supposedly heal anything, and the other contained the only known seed of the great spirit tree that was important to the Galdashaw elves. And then I found a harp and quill associated with my people. These could be the keys, as described in the prophecy of the Somnambulist.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the harp held the musical instruments, the quill held the scrolls, the bandaged hand held the tears, the tree held the seed, and the hammer holds the sword and shield.
It's a warhammer.
I will say that, and nobody's picked it out, but listener did have a pretty amazing religion roll when he figured out what these were. There's one missing.
Yeah, I thought that 5 was a little meh.
There's a sixth one that is missing.
Who's missing?
Uh,
It's not the antecedent mother herself, right? She's got the whole statue.
Oh no, Volri. The goddess of
Oh.
travelers and strangers. The people of Vol, who became the Volderstad. Is not represented here.
I think the scrolls will be lighter than the sword and shield. I don't know how many there are. I don't know.
Listeners just patiently like stacking books, sizing it up.
All right, whatever you think, we'll go with. I'm not gonna touch anything and just grab it. Okay, that's the main goal. All right, I'm not just grabbing something. All right, you and the collective figure out what we need to do. That'll be the plan. We'll go with that.
Listener doesn't even think they're like necessarily helpful in any regards to the somnambulists. He just wants to read them so the collective has knowledge. They seem quite helpful.
I would also like to look at those books, if I can.
I would say you see me stacking them up. It's a pretty big pile, I imagine.
Now, actually, actively reading them, there's a number of tomes there that would interest you. But actively reading them is going to be like hours, if not days, of sifting through.
Listener's current plan is to get them out of here without soaking them into illegibility. And then over the course of the next few weeks, perhaps, reading them all. And once he's read them, he doesn't need them anymore. The information will live with the hive mind forever.
Aside from Van Waren, who's probably okay with eating the corpses in these tombs, the rest of you are probably going to start worrying about food soon.
Yes. I would think that what you could do is, since you can, like, telepathically communicate with us, is we could read these together and take less time.
What a fascinating experiment.
Yeah, because you can, like, see what's in our brains, right? So we can become, I guess, sort of appendages of you.
I would love to try once we have escaped this cold, dark place.
Just a thought,
Books dutifully stacked. How many of them are there, and how hard would it be for listener to get them moving, basically?
There are 30 tomes.
Okay.
And that's the books. There's also about 20 or so scrolls, and then an entire pile of loose papers. It's very disorganized.
Of course. Let me see. Listener has very little in the way of possessions.
I think the thing I would be worried about is the sentence that got cut off of the explorer's note.
What did that say exactly?
Beware these 3 things, however, and stop.
And stop.
There's 3 things we need to be aware of, and I would think that one of them would be taking everything out of here.
My guess is grave robin's one of them.
Yeah, I mean, put these things in a tomb and not have a safeguard. If you believe that they're part of your restoration of your culture, you wouldn't leave them without a failsafe if they tried to leave the room.
Can I just want to point something out. We'll say it comes from Chilele or Morikavik or Van Waren. It's possible that you've already encountered 2 things that needed to be watched out for. Whatever crushed the skeleton in the hallway and the chlorine gas.
And indeed, you could say that the swimming skeleton snakes
True.
are themselves posing quite a threat.
Especially if you try to go out the way you came in.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might be slithering up the passageway towards you now.
I'm just
Oh,
saying, I mean,
hopefully not. There's a stone blocking off that way right now, isn't there?
I don't know. Nobody's been out to check in a while.
Oh, hopefully it hasn't just retracted into the wall.
Yeah. So we've explored the entirety of this room, I take it?
For the most
Or
part.
have?
Yeah. I mean, listener has.
Yeah.
He pokes. He looks around. He goes back to Wilhelm, actually, and to him communicates. There are so many of these books and notes and scrolls, and they're fascinating.
I'm gonna
Have you a
hand-
bag?
I'm gonna hand Saoirse a ration.
All right.
Be a challenge to carry them in my arms.
I do. I assist him by carrying them.
Okay.
Start packing them up as well.
I'll work on the scrolls and loose paper because I don't have the energy to carry books, you know.
Are you
I'll just-
eating as well?
No, I just handed Saoirse a ration.
All right. So
She
you're
doesn't
not
have-
eating.
I am eating.
Okay.
I've got my own rations, so.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm eating one of my own rations.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is everybody eating?
Just gonna
I
offer.
don't really
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, I'll just tell this to Genesis and I'll get one of my own rations because I don't want her to waste hers either.
All right.
I believe I was extraordinarily well hydrated by my dip in the well to get in here in the first place.
To a degree, although it
So-
wasn't the cleanest of waters.
Hey, you take what you can get out here.
So,
It wasn't literal poison.
Genesis, are you eating?
If the scrolls and pile of paper is outside the tomb, I am not. So
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm trying to like get it together, you know.
Yeah, you're good.
I know that Wilhelm can handle the tomes. He does not need me for that. But I think the loose paper that we're dealing with would be difficult to handle
Yeah,
and unwieldy. So I'm just kind of getting that all together,
that's fine.
if possible.
All right.
Kind of bundling up in like the clothes that I have, the extra change of clothes I have, just kind of wrapping them around.
All right. Oh, are you going to eat afterward?
Yes, after.
All
But
right. Well,
away from this.
that's
way
fine.
away.
that's fine. Wilhelm, are you eating?
I am eating, and if things are calming down, I will check. Everyone else, like I said, I think I still have to do
Sorsha.
Sorsha, yes, because you also got some of the gas.
She got a real
Yeah.
light dose, though, I think.
Yeah, you can come check me out now. I'm good.
Well, I'll
All
say, Wilhelm and Genesis, give me a con check, please,
I'll allow it.
when you eat.
Oh no, no, no.
All right,
no.
so on.
Okay. Eating makes both of you incredibly nauseous, but you manage to keep the food down. Like you're still feeling the effects of the gas. Wilhelm, you can tell that both of you have definitely suffered some long-standing, permanent internal damage. A Genesis worse than you, most likely, by the look of it, though.
I keep that to myself for the time being, and just I know that we both. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do to help us completely.
Okay.
And then I will, like I said, I will check out Sorsha.
All right. Aside from some minor burns, she'll probably have a sore throat for a few days, and maybe a slight cough. Sorsha managed to actually escape without any prolonged damage. Her skin is kind of scarred to begin with, so that wasn't an issue.
Now for the better question. Do I know what she is?
Do you know what she is?
Like, now that I've gotten close enough to actually inspect her, do I realize that she's a Sonic Asian?
Oh, without a doubt. It only takes a single look on her face to see the scarring. She's either a Shawneesian or someone who's been in a horrible accident.
I'm going
And
to assume.
And the Shawneesians are still like pretty beautiful even through the scarring. So
This is true. This is true. They still have that outstanding charisma.
yeah, and the really gorgeous eyes. And Shawneesians are effectively like half elves, pretty much. So like they can have like a little bit of a pointed ear. So yeah.
Yep.
Well, I treat her, and as I finish up, I lean in closely and say, "Your secret is safe with me." Just give like a feeling of reassurance and calm as I walk away.
There's the Beclerite.
There's that bedside manner.
He isn't benevolent, though.
I give
While
a
Genesis is
slight
distracted
smile.
over by the other tomb, I approach Sugnak once more.
Mm-hmm.
I say, now, that one is away. I understand the concern. But you animal types, you need a lot of protection. The armor in that tomb there, it's quite outstanding.
Not much for raiding ancient tombs.
These dead do not linger. They are not around to feel any, ill emotions at you for the loss of their goods.
Just bad juju.
He's old school.
He's old school. As you will.
Mixed with a little bit of new school for technology.
It's true. Got a hand for the machines.
That's probably too... That armor might actually be too old school for him.
Possible, Plussed up plate is plussed up plate.
True.
Restricts the movement too much.
You gotta stay fast and loose. That's fair.
Yeah, those damn magicians. They're agile.
So now we have the question, where do we go from here? I mean, I guess you guys could live here forever, but...
Yeah. I mean, there's probably not like this is probably the final room at the end of all this. Like we probably reached the destination we need to.
Well, remind me what
Yes.
was found in those cells or whatever to the south.
I don't think he told anyone what he'd seen down there.
No, I just made the loop myself. Poking around.
Yeah,
If
nobody
the party
else.
begins discussing where to go from here, I will tell you, since you're, kind of, leading the show a little bit. There are exits down at that end, but they are barred. Must overcome them. And then he wanders off to look at the statue of the antecedent mother a little bit more.
I want to go down and investigate the barred off pathways.
Okay. You bringing a light with you?
I have dark vision.
Okay, just utilizing your dark vision?
Yeah.
Alright, so the one you're next to here, right?
Okay.
You kind of peer in, I take it, in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Something's moving in there.
How big? Like rat sized?
You can't tell. You just see movement. You don't really see an object, you just see movement.
Alright. What about the other one?
Give me another roll.
Or a perception?
Perception.
All right. Perception.
Oh. Yeah. Inside is
And where's this at? Over here?
yeah, it's over here.
Okay.
Inside, it's roughly about 10 by 10 by 10. Barred off. The spaces between the bars only being about that big.
How big?
That big.
Okay.
The entire inside of it is moving. You can see it. The walls, the floor, the ceiling is just shifting and moving as you peer in. You can see little glints of light coming from the far side of the room, reflecting off something. But yeah, the entire inside is just kind of moving and shifting.
I'm gonna use my detect magic.
Oh. Well, the statue in the middle of the room is lit up like Christmas. But the
That's
alcove
what I was
is not.
thinking you
Expected.
had as a skill already.
Yeah, he has to actively use it, though.
Okay.
What about the room itself?
Just the statue. From where you're standing now, that's all you can see.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a lot of magic coming out of the tombs, but you don't touch dead people's tombs. So I'm gonna move up here. Now, would a Wraithguard's first instinct be to destroy it or to document it for, like, reporting?
Something this size most likely document, because how would you destroy this?
Explosives.
Do you have any?
Hi.
That'd be a bad idea too.
Let me check my inventory.
I mean, you are underground.
I have gunpowder, so technically.
Probably not enough to detonate a statue this size.
How are you?
Well, if I use my stone cunning to find a crack or find the right way to crack it. No, I'm just being a dick now.
Now?
Oh, trust me, you've seen nothing, Master. All right, so I'm gonna pull out my notepad and I'm gonna start doing like slightly better than a stick figure drawing.
All right. So you make a sketch of the item in question.
Is there any writing on the statue?
No,
Like a placard or anything?
there is none.
What about the heart that knocked over?
What about it?
Was it a magical heart or just a normal heart?
Well, it's leathery. It's been there a long time.
All right, but it's not like emanating.
No, just the statue.
Okay.
Listener's gonna poke it.
The
Can I see
statue.
where?
Yeah.
Can I see where the statue's looking?
Where the statue is looking.
Yes. I don't know if I can see its eyes.
It's
I don't
looking
know.
at the altar.
Oh, that's where we need to be then, right?
That might not be where you want to be.
Beneath the gaze of the mother's eye, litless and burning beyond the black. Doesn't that sound like we should be looking where her gaze lands?
You're not wrong.
Implies, that she can't see it, like it's right underneath her nose. Lidless and burning from beyond the black, I think we're already beyond the black whenever we entered the pool and came out the other side.
Well, what do I know? Breathing deeply.
That's a good assessment. Good assessment. You did enter a black pool beneath the skull visage of the mother.
Yeah, and come dancing, you children of a wistful time. Obviously, like, we have the preserved martyrs of, like, people from, like, pre-blight. Tempered truths fly from hidden fingers, and voices from another time speak volumes through the mouths of you. I feel like whatever the instruments are in the hands of the martyrs, maybe we need to use them. Where, though, is the question.
The speak volumes is interesting to me because I don't know if that includes the volumes of books that we found or if it includes something else.
I
Does
feel
anything
like
happen
they
when
will
I
speak
poke the statue?
through us.
No, just touch.
I think.
Yeah, like we would read it and then it would speak through us. Is what I thought.
Tombs, perhaps, but
Mm. Lampshade.
yeah. So, once again, how many strings are broken on this harp?
7.
All
7. 6-string violin. How would I need to repair this harp to get it to be playable?
You just need to restring it. The strings are made of catgut.
Yeah.
in the traditional fashion.
Very
Yeah.
traditional.
Because I feel like I need to play this harp here underneath the statue, but I'm not sure.
You have to play the exact sequence. Do, 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 do.
That is an awesome movie.
I don't have anything that would help with that.
I need to restring the harp. Like right now.
That will require several dead cats.
Or one dead person.
No.
No.
That might be sufficient.
No.
Does anyone want to sacrifice themselves to string a harp?
Don't we
I don't have the
technically have
correct
some
insides.
preserved organs lying around?
A bunch of them.
Hmm.
Use any of those?
Oh yeah, no,
No.
they're long gone. Long
I
since.
have an oddball one. What?
Would you do
Stitches-
for a Klondike bar?
What were my stitches made out of? Because I know that depending on the time, they did use
Catgut.
animals. Yeah. I have the surgery kit and I have the ability to stitches, so I have stitching.
It probably wouldn't be the same quality. Musical strings are meant to stretch and give, whereas the material used for stitches are not. It's a potential that it could be finagled, but this would be a slight feat of engineering. It's basically like trying to string a guitar with shoestrings.
Maybe some of the engineering books we found could help with that.
Possibly.
And it also could be useful for us to use some oil on the stitching to make it more flexible.
Possible.
I love how you're trying to find something to use that oil for.
But hey, lampshade, you know,
The real question is how long are you going to spend in this room with your resources running out?
that's a threat.
Oh, how long have we been here?
That's a threat. Let's get out of here.
About an hour or so.
That's not enough to murder us from resource loss. You're going to murder us with something else.
That's a threat. Even the light in this room turned red when he said that. Like,
Oh, come on. I let you guys light the braziers and everything.
That was nice of you.
yeah.
It was. It almost looked like I was sacrificing people while I was healing them.
Yes.
Which is an option. You could try to sacrifice somebody on the altar.
What does the altar look like upon very close investigation?
It's a stone dais.
I'm
Has
curious
it-
about this.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
I'm curious about this statue, though. What more can you tell me about it?
What are you looking for? How about that? Are you looking for something in particular?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's the right question to ask.
It's a stone and marble statue gilded with gold in certain areas. It depicts Vrokana, the mother antecedent. Her face is very skull-like. She looks down upon an ancient stone altar flanked by 2 stone and iron braziers. At one time, there were 6 pillars, 3 on either side, that would have lined the edges of the room. Beyond that, the floor before the statue is covered with small clay urns and bottles, which at least one of contained the mummified remains of a humanoid heart. Keep in mind, the ceiling of this room stretches at its central point well over 100 feet. This is a huge vaulted chamber.
Yeah. I suppose Sognak didn't tell us that this statue is very magical.
No.
None of your concern. No one should. I don't want to encourage anyone in this group to.
Take up a magical curiosity.
Yeah, and then I have to arrest you, and then
You have 2
I'll
prisoners
take you
to
in.
transport. My God.
It's just the less you know. I think that's the saying.
With what handcuffs?
The pair that's no longer on.
Good old Van Wara.
He does
Yeah.
have a point there.
They're going spare.
Hmm.
I mean, worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure the Wraith Guard may forgive me for killing a heathen too.
You've already got several on the list to report in.
Yeah.
There's suspects, and then there's confirmed cases.
And this man is lawful good.
He is.
There
Wow.
He
any inscriptions on the statue or anything? Like,
Nope, not a single written word.
feel off about it to me. I don't know. I'm trying.
I mean, you get a sense of reverence. It's enormous. Like you've never seen something like this before in your life.
I think there's one thing we need to get out of here. One. You know, if it was everything, it would say the keys. Right?
True. And the Somnambulists are members of my people.
I'm using every available brain cell and I just don't know. So, lampshade, you know, you guys, I don't know.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I like the key. I feel like the key has to be activated or used somewhere of relevance. It can't just be used anywhere, because the key must go in a hole. Correct?
I mean, generally. Generally.
That's why Serge is so, like, up on, like, trying to restring this harp. She's trying so hard.
She is. She's trying really hard.
It's fun because I want to engage in speculation, but listener doesn't care much. He's perfectly content to poke around with the books for a few weeks before he concerns himself about the Somnambulists again.
So the strings on the harp, Are those just? Are they just like torn or what?
Like absolutely snapped in half.
Mm.
Couldn't be like.
Oh yeah.
Because I think of a stringed
Jeez.
instrument now, I think of metal strings,
Right.
but this is like actual.
They would have been sinew, basically,
um,
made from sheep intestines or cat intestines or various things. Now that I'm holding a light, I actually go back to the alcoves again.
You go back to the
Hold the
alcoves.
light up. Yeah.
Okay.
Gaze within.
All right. So
Here's a question though. I carry a violin on me. Would I carry any extra like strings to restring it?
yes, although they would be violin strings, there's a slight difference.
I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah, you are. No, you're doing good. Don't get me wrong. And listener, I would say you can get to right about here, and your light falls across the inside of this alcove. As it does, you hear this chittering sound, and you see the entire inside of it begin to move and wave and shift. And then suddenly, bursting forth is an enormous swarm of spiders comes crawling out.
And would this be a good break point?
It can be.
Potentially.
It can be.
And with two of our people having dropped and it being almost midnight.
No, it can be. That's fine. So yeah, an enormous swarm of spiders comes reaching out, chittering across the floor.
I want to see how
Oh my.
Marikovic handles this.
I will finally get to use my OM racial trait. It's Spore Cloud time.
It is. But yeah, we can call it there if everyone's game.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're having trouble even chugging through the very small set of clues we have for the prophecy here,
Yeah.
let alone bringing ourselves around to another round of combat.
It's all good. I will say that and going forward, if it helps at all, you may be overthinking.
Hmm.
This is only one portion of what's down here.
No such thing as overthinking.
Well, it's one of those things where my friend Jack got onto a plane, right? And I saw him. I was in the back of the plane. I said hi to him. And then I was immediately arrested.
Oh
Yelled hijack, yes.
no!
The jokes, they're beautiful.
So yeah, you might be overthinking it a little bit.
I don't think I can heal the wounds that joke made.
Oh, I am glad that we got to see a little portion of the seriousness of the dangers.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you guys are stumbling into lore, which is fun.
Yep. We're
Yeah.
getting places. I'm keeping in mind that the Volri's tomb is missing. It's very, very relevant.
Yeah.
It is very relevant. There's also a good degree of more that's down here, like I said. And you guys are actually doing good. Aside from the snafu with the puzzle wheel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I should have locked it down for one person to begin with.
Live and learn.
Yeah,
It's a classic Genesis character moment.
it was. But yeah, it went well. I think all things considered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do need to figure out what to do with Shillelagh.
These are true facts.
I think when I was moving the tumblers, I didn't realize that it was counting every time that I made a move. I thought I could finish moving the tumblers before it counted.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I gave you five mistakes.
And that's a very, very much something that even your character probably would not have known.
This is true. This is true. The nature of a trap. And none of you are experienced adventurers at this point. Yeah, even listener with his collective intelligence.
We're not the adventuring sort. We stand on street corners and watch the rain.
Yeah, they really prefer to be as close to outdoors and above ground as possible. They need light and water to thrive and grow.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I hope this room doesn't become the death of you.
Ideally not.
Yeah.
There is a
I'm
way
feeling
out.
a lot hardier.
There
with
is a way
those
out.
extra 9 hit points.
Yeah, no, there is a way out. And Wilhelm is doing a great job of maintaining people as best as he can.
He's got one get out of jail free card.
Yes, the tears. The tears will heal somebody to full, regardless of damage. One person only.
Hmm.
Now I've got the ability to try to fight fungi, so we might be able to get something in underground locations like this.
Yes, there is
Nice.
still a native flora and fauna down here. I've actually taken great pains to flesh out exactly everything that lives here and how it all leans on one another. So knock yourselves out on that. Not literally, preferably.
No, probably not. But yeah.
Never
times.
know.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. If you're watching, Redfield and whomever else, thank you for joining us. Next week, we are returning to Sigil Confidential.
Woo!
So that'll be our Sigil Confidential week, and then we'll be returning to Cairne once again after that.
Mhm.
Also, don't forget to join us week after this one coming for the continuation of Dresden, which has also
Plus,
been
on
very entertaining.
Thursdays, we were talking about continuing to do the Star Wars build.
Yes, Star Wars build on Thursdays, live from the lily pad on Tuesdays, possibly Dresden build on Wednesdays. Lots of tips and tricks.
The schedule.
We are working on the schedule.
Action-packed.
It is.
Yeah, the Dresden Files build is kind of loose.
It is. That's why you got to tune in just every night just to see what's going on.
Yeah. Subscribe to Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Put your alerts on.
Go to YouTube.
Follow our Instagram.
Check out Facebook. Send your fanfic to... I want to know who you guys are shipping within all of our various parties. Shipping's one of those things that cool kids say when they want people to hook up.
And why is it Draken?
It's always Draken.
So-
Draken.
I'm picturing a Draken Mike hookup.
Midnight,
God.
if tuning in is too much effort, you should just leave the stream on 24/7.
Always.
Cut out the middleman.
This is true.
Yeah. Create a Windows task to open your browser and set our page on Twitch to your homepage.
Oh, yeah. On every computer you have access to with a different login.
I don't think it works that way. Same IPs.
Dang it. Can't cheat the system.
Ugh.
But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys for joining us.
Mhm.
Thank you guys for playing. I hope you had a good time.
Always a pleasure.
And we will see you very soon.
Take care, everyone.
Good evening.